a tradition that very few can match in Philadelphia high school basketball. All is calm, all is bright. It is silent night here from Windmore as LaSalle takes on Lansdale Catholic in one of the great environments you'll see in high school athletics. Hello, everybody. Welcome into our broadcast booth. Bob Long, Carter Philman. That's Pat Burkhead alongside. So thrilled that you're with us. Well, Carter, here we are. It is one of the great nights of high school basketball anywhere. The high school student body of LaSalle decks the halls here with costumes, with high-flying energy, but that energy is going to be subdued for a long time. It's going to be subdued until the 10th point is scored, and then what's going to happen?
Well, the crowd is going to explode, Bob. Kids are going to go nuts. It's the first time they can make noise all game until that 10th point. So the goal for LaSalle tonight, get to 10 as fast as possible. This is easily going to be your biggest, most engaged student section you're going to have all year.
Yeah, in fact, Pat, as we look around beside us, it is packed to the gills because you have fans as well that want to experience this. It's one of the toughest tickets any sporting event around that you'll find. Why is that the case?
Yeah, we see on that other side, the student section fills up so much space, and it's definitely more people than we're used to on that side of the gym, so all the other spectators are forced to sit on this side, so it's definitely really tight over here.
There's always the question as to who will get that 10th point. Carter, I know you were talking about it. What do you think gets this crowd going the most?
The most would be a Max Okabata breakaway, huge free runway for a big dunk. That's the best outcome that you could get if you're LaSalle. Worst outcome, in my opinion, probably a little free throw. Free throw, definitely the worst. But realistic, we were talking before, maybe a little senior Pat Flaherty corner three.
I think the worst, Carter, and I'll turn to Pat on this one, would be a situation where Lansdale Catholic gets out and runs. And that's absolutely a possibility because this is a 1-6 team, but don't let that fool you. This program under Torrey Harrison has continued to get better year over year. It took 39 from Nick Parisi in a senior effort last year on the road at Lansdale Catholic to win a very tough ball game against this Crusaders group. And they're thinking that if they want to make a playoff run, they're going to need to start with a win here tonight and build into that final third.
Yeah, Coach Harrison has made such a big impact since he has come to Lansdale Catholic. This basketball team is a lot different than it was a few years ago. There's been some guys that have come in, especially Chase Stevens, that has been, I think, a program shifter for the Crusaders. So a really important one for them. They've been turning it on lately. They went to overtime against West Catholic, then got their first win in a while against Devon Prep and came just short against St. Joe's Prep. But they're playing fierce right now, and definitely a team that LaSalle can't think about as less than them.
Yeah, and Carter, the reason for that is, yes, Lansdale Catholic needs this to start sniffing the playoff contention, but LaSalle, on the other hand, their schedule is backloaded. They have not played Archbishop Wood. They have not played Newman Gretty. They have not played Roman Catholic. And so here they sit at 3-4, but at the end of the day, they're going to have some of the best teams that the league has to offer in the final 2 weeks. They have to get their wins now. 4 wins probably isn't enough, but I can promise you 3 isn't enough. They have to get this one here tonight, and then think about how you go win a game at home against St. Joe's Prep or snag one on the road against Archbishop Wood.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we said, we've been repeating it throughout the season. You got to stack wins against the teams you're expected to beat. Lansdale Catholic is, despite Pat said, they're a different team than what they've been in prior years. They have a lot of young talent, but still a game you're expected to win if you're a LaSalle Explorer. This guy, like you said, schedule gets tough. We're running out of games where you can start really stacking those realistic wins every time you step on the court.
Yep, absolutely. It's going to be a great atmosphere here tonight. So excited that you're here with us for it. And boy, oh boy, the doors are shut. It's a sellout crowd. No surprise whatsoever. We'll see you in just a few minutes for tip-off here on Bob Long Sports.
We're here to show you a better way to spend your state income taxes and get the money to where it's needed to most to the thousands of qualified kids.
What we like about Blocks is they really know where the need is.
This program ensures that their dollars come 100% into these kids for their tuition assistance.
If you are able, Blocks makes the EITC piece go very quickly and very smoothly.
Turn your PA State tax liability into need-based scholarships and receive a 90% tax credit.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue. Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. And the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Meet David and Kay May, a dynamic team with a shared mission to help you turn your real estate dreams into reality. What sets them apart? Their wealth of experience, combined with a genuine passion for guiding clients every step of the way. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer or a seasoned investor, their personalized approach and commitment to service make every real estate journey smooth and rewarding. Contact them today to get started on your next real estate adventure.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
When your car needs repairs and you can't wait, Meineke can help. With life's crazy schedule between work and family, you'll love Meineke's same-day service. Call today and Meineke will get your car in today. For new brakes, exhaust repairs, or your check engine light comes on, trust Meineke to do the job right. And families have been coming to Meineke for years because Meineke works on any make or model vehicle. Same-day service, value, and trust. Meineke, doing car care right.
Be a part of the biggest live events. The must-see matches.
He scored!
The game day celebrations. Experience live sports and entertainment the way they're meant to be seen. With Joe Hand Promotions, the global leader of live entertainment for bars, restaurants, and cinemas. Create unforgettable moments that fans won't want to miss. Keep the food and drinks flowing with watch parties that will bring customers in the door and expand dwell time. And watch as these visitors turn into loyal customers with exclusive content relationships with the nation's largest sports and entertainment providers.
The all-new Infiniti QX80 has redefined what a luxury SUV should be. A V6 twin turbocharged engine, available 64-color personalized ambient lighting and 24-speaker sound system, biometric cooling, Pro Pilot Assist, and so much more. Experience the Infiniti QX80 today at Faulkner Infiniti of Willow Grove and redefine your luxury expectations. To be sure.
At Burns Design Group, our passion for visual and literary design forges powerful, lasting brands, from nonprofits and small businesses to Fortune 500 companies. We create and refresh brands from the ground up and inside out. We transform culture. We drive growth, profitability, and market leadership. We are a group of hands-on veterans who hold more than 150 years of brand strategy and design experience. Burns Design Group. What's next? By design.
Just a few of our friends joining us here this evening from Windmore. This is Silent Night from LaSalle College High School, a Philadelphia Catholic League basketball tradition, as LaSalle takes on Lansdale Catholic. Your broadcast crew, Jack Burns on camera, Pat Burkhead, Carter Philman, my analyst here this evening. I am Bob Long saying hello and welcome to our annual broadcast of Silent Night. The students are decking wall to wall, dressed in costume, and ready to go wild once LaSalle scores their 10th point on the evening. Now we'll turn it over to public address announcer Chris Carabello.
Baptist of LaSalle, as founder of a religious family devoted to teaching and the patron saint of education. Grant that all our athletes and fans may be able to stay to follow his example of unflagging energy in pursuit of a goal, absolute loyalty to his brothers, and generosity to his opponents. As he founded the Christian schools to keep young people safe from harm and to develop the talents you gave them, grant that these young men who play today may do so free from injury and with an ever-growing respect for the gifts and strengths you have so richly blessed them with. St. John Baptist of LaSalle. Live Jesus in our hearts. Please remain standing as we honor America, our men and women in the armed forces and veterans of military service with the playing of our national anthem, performed this evening by LaSalle senior Luke Ober.
A beautiful live rendition of the national anthem gets us ready for basketball here on a Friday night. There's a tranquility in the air in what otherwise should be, and yes, will be, in about 20 short minutes, an absolutely raucous environment in a huge Philadelphia Catholic League basketball game. Let's meet the starters for the Crusaders of Lansdale Catholic. Aiden Lewis, 6'5", sophomore, just terrific what he can do on and off the basketball. One of the key guys for this Lansdale Catholic renaissance and a change in culture. Eric Green gets the start tonight, sophomore, 5'9" guard. Boa Cabold Jr., he's a senior, standing at 6'2", great football player as well. We'll get into his story as the night goes along. Braden Martin, a 6'5" junior. And finally, Chase Stevens, a 6'5" sophomore. Carter, as we look at this Lansdale Catholic team, the first thing that comes to mind for LaSalle is going up against 6'5", 6'5", and 6'5" in the front court.
Yeah, really talented and deep Lansdale Catholic team, but young. 3 sophomores in the starting lineup, a junior and a senior. This is a team that's still learning how to win, but man, this team has a lot of talent that Lansdale Catholic has not seen in probably the past 20-plus years, if I were to guess.
Dim the lights. Let's meet the Explorers of LaSalle. We missed the memo on Silent Night. This student body loves their Explorer team. Pat Flaherty and Tyler Branson anchor the backcourt. So impressed with Pat Flaherty, a guy who just a month ago really wasn't playing meaningful minutes at all. Made himself an inserted part of that lineup with an impassioned day at the Palestra and hasn't left since.
And not just an impact, I mean, he's not just in the lineup, he's making a significant impact on the perimeter. Really opened things up for this offense in the lane.
And 2 guys at that 3 spot, Nick Neary and Max Okabata, and then the big boy inside, Bryce Alston. 6'9" sophomore. The development for him will be fun to watch over the next couple of years.
And Bob, I was really impressed with Bryce Alston last game against Bonner and Prendy. He struggled early in this Catholic League season, but he fought really hard against Aiden Scott and made simple moves inside, which we've talked about a lot.
Our old broadcast partner, Joe Winning, is in the house, by the way, popping across the screen. Great to see Joe. He is knee-deep in the grade school basketball game as well. One of the great young coaches out there and our good buddy. It is a who's who. Brett Gordon is here tonight as well. Mark Schmidt, offensive line coach. Certainly a lot of teachers that want to see this environment for themselves. About 400, 500 students and another 400 or 500 of our closest friends jamming us in tight, excited for basketball in the Catholic League on a Friday night. Thanks for being along for the ride with us. Lansdale Catholic on the board first, Aiden Lewis.
Yeah, Aiden Lewis has really taken over a key role. Him and Chase Stevens. Aiden Lewis gave real headaches to LaSalle last year in their game. Just as a freshman, now a sophomore, he does everything for this team. Gets the early board and bucket.
Lost in all this Silent Night situation is that Lansdale Catholic has a big student section as well. They are under no such pretenses to stay silent for the first 10 points. They are loud, and this will be an interesting dynamic, Pat. I don't think we've seen this really from a road team on a Silent Night in the 14 years it's been done.
Yeah, credit to the Lansdale Catholic students for getting out here, and here goes Tyler Branson.
Oh, no foul. Heard the slap from up in our booth. Even more pronounced with the quiet crowd.
Alston, he was hit on that one. He'll shoot 2. Boa Cabold will pick up the personal foul.
Bob, I'm interested to see how Lansdale Catholic handles their offensive sets early on in this game. low-scoring game against St. Joe's Prep last time out. Both teams scoring under 40. Lansdale Catholic not afraid to move the ball, work a possession. Really puts the pressure on LaSalle, who, whether the coaching staff has said it or not, they want to get to 10 points as quick as possible. Get the student section engaged.
Free throw shooting has been an issue all year long for LaSalle. And if you're Torrey Harrison and if you are Lansdale Catholic, you have to relish this environment, don't you? How often do you have the opportunity to come to an environment like this? And that's going to be Lansdale Catholic basketball. Great on-ball defense by the sophomore, Eric Green.
It's not just the environment. Like you said, Bob, they have their whole student section backed by them. They can take control of this game. And, it's definitely specific. Anytime you're chosen as a Silent Night team, you take that a little personal.
That's right. There was a time where LaSalle would schedule a Newman Goretti in this contest, and that philosophy changed.
I think the first time it went past the first quarter for 10 points is when they opted out of that one.
Here's Cabold. He'll hand this one off.
Again, Lansdale Catholic just no problem dribbling this ball out.
All the way to the hoop, Max Okabata.
A lot of Eric Green trying to get to the rim. I'm not sure if that's LC's best offense. Regardless, they keep the ball here.
And I think a good strategy from Coach Harrison to keep it slow and keep the ball out of LaSalle's hands.
The longer this goes on, the less time that LaSalle students can go nuts. And you wonder if LaSalle comes out a little tight in this environment as well, as much as you try to avoid it.
Yeah, there's certainly significant pressure the longer they go without even just a basket, for sure.
Okabata has been badgered a couple of times by Lansdale Catholic defensively. Really good defense on the ball by the Crusaders. Green gives it up. This time Okabata picks the pocket, and he stepped on the sideline while touching the ball. But a really nice job picking the pocket cleanly by Okabata.
And that's what LaSalle has done their past handful of games. Significant improvement on the defensive end. Held Bonner to a season very low scoring output. Carroll before that. Judge before that. They've really made their mark on the defensive end recently.
Green really knows how to put this into park.
Yeah, and I almost feel like that's why he's on the floor right now. They have no problem, like I said, just taking their time on the possession.
Aiden Lewis, that's not a good shot. Blocked by Price Alston. Branson, lightning quick on the crossover. And a blocking foul likely takes away a steal and bucket on the other end. Green had good hands in the passing lane, but the foul here, as we can move you to the left-hand side of our screen, down low. Stevens picks up the personal foul, and that's close, honestly.
Yeah, that was really close.
You could have an argument for a charge there. There's the length of Lewis.
Yeah, they're not going to make anything easy for the Salle team tonight.
And just looking at Aiden Lewis, he's a very similar size to Max Okabata. I think Okabata's a little stronger, but those two are going to go at it all night.
This time Lewis is on Price Alston, and they go right inside for Alston. Ripped away.
Got to keep that ball up if you're Price Alston. Got it in the chest, did not get that up.
There's Max Okabata to the rim for two.
Hopefully that breaks the ice a little bit for LaSalle.
LaSalle in the man-to-man defensively. Tough matchup for Tyler Branson. That three is good for Braden Martin.
Yeah, Lansdale Catholic, not a fantastic three-point shooting team, under 30% from the year, but Braden Martin's hovering around 33, 35%. He's the one guy who you do want to guard on the perimeter.
Lansdale Catholic felt they should have won a couple of games that they didn't this year. And they feel like the 1-6 record is not indicative, even though it was their first win in the Catholic League in about 5 years. Is the waterfall about to start is the question with what Coach Harrison is building here.
Yeah, so much talent. 3 sophomores in the starting lineup. They're really building something that looks bright. Like we mentioned it, first win in the Catholic League in roughly 5 years. They just recently had over Devon Prep. Playing with Salle really tough early on, too.
Back screen for Max Okabata. And good closeout there. Cabold brought down the rebound. Stevens, a lot of work on his own there against the very strong Nick Neary. Cabold with the 2, and it's 9-2.
It's a really tough take over to taller Price Alston. Forces LaSalle to take a timeout.
It is not silent on this side of the floor. Lansdale Catholic has brought an army here tonight on LaSalle's signature evening. Well, and now if you're LaSalle in that timeout, you got to find a way to quiet those folks down a little bit and get those folks across the way.
Yeah, keep the ball off the floor at this point. I mean, anytime the Explorers are putting on the ball on the floor right now, Lansdale Catholic is getting a hand in, poking it out, getting loose balls, making LaSalle uncomfortable. Just got to keep moving the ball.
This season, LaSalle has been pretty good out of timeouts. Coach Ansel's made some great adjustments, and I expect that here.
Alert, alert. Tryouts tomorrow. So don't delay. Head on over to Next Play Basketball, AAU basketball organization here in the Philadelphia area. Boys and girls teams, 3rd grade through 12. Great to have them on board as a sponsor. And if you want to get basketball ready, better on and off the court, check out Next Play Basketball and show up. 90% of life is showing up. Head on over to tryouts tomorrow. Tyler Branson got inside. LaSalle first offensive possession out of this timeout.
Aiden Lewis is just everywhere defensively. What LC is able to do is they're just able to switch pretty much everything on these ball screens with their size. And it's not just size, it's mobile size.
Boy, if you're Chase
Stevens, types.
If you're Torrey Harrison, you hate this call. I don't think there's anything here.
Maybe at the end, and maybe jumped not vertical into his space is the only thing I could assume the official would see there. That's a big foul. Chase Stevens, Lansdale Catholic's leading scorer. No points early on, but he's their leader on the court.
And he has 2 personals, as you mentioned there, Carter. And another look there. That's one where as Price Alston develops more, becomes a junior, gets another year kind of in that weight room. I mean, that's one you're driving through the defender and stuffing it through the ring,
yeah,
right?
You would hope he could get to that type of level.
He's 0 for 4 from the foul line.
Just killer in this type of game situation. Not how LaSalle drew up these first 5 minutes.
You're thinking you need 4 wins, probably 5, but you can't do it without 4 to get to the Catholic League playoffs. No disrespect to Lansdale Catholic, of course, but a 1-win team at this point in the season. For a number of reasons, you need this one if you're LaSalle, and you are falling behind quickly.
Another really solid drive there by Eric Green. And Lansdale Catholic has no problem getting him going down off these ball screens, getting him downhill.
Man, can this team defend. Tough call there against Cabold. That's kind of left shoulder down, head down for Max Okabata, getting rewarded for that.
Yeah, absolutely. That is what makes Max Okabata so hard to defend. He is a very physical ball handler. He likes to get into your body. Really hard to officiate a player like that.
Great closeout there by Green.
This Lansdale Catholic team is doing a great job defending early on.
Big time for Tyler Branson for 3.
Much needed bucket. I love when Tyler Branson is hitting those threes off the dribble like that.
But Pat, you're talking about a broken play that led to a Max Okabata 2, and then a step-back contested 3 for Tyler Branson. If you're Torrey Harrison, you'll take it all day long.
Yeah, Lansdale Catholic has been very, very swarming on defense so far, and they have 4 fouls, but LaSalle has got nothing easy to start this game.
Got to a good spot, couldn't hit it. Here's Okabata.
Had Neary for a second in the lane, and he double dribbled there.
He sure did. One more look. Carter was all over it. We can slow it down to 50%.
Right there.
Kind of blocked by Ryan Damon, but you had it in live time.
Yeah.
With very little argument from the LaSalle bench.
Man, I would not be surprised if LC just takes this last possession all the way down.
Why not?
Yeah, well, I mean, exactly. Why not? You're in the driver's seat right now.
It is an unbelievable tradition, no doubt about it, but you can really contort this thing your way.
You are not obligated to play any specific pace against this team.
And you know what? You know the points are coming at some point, and a run is coming at that point, right, Pat? Right, Carter? So take it as long as you can, because the tide will shift at some point, and you know there's a LaSalle run in tow. Great defense. There's Damon.
No numbers here.
Jaden Carr, strong, and Neary with the follow. That's how you get out and run in transition.
Still opportunity to score 10 before the quarter ends. We'll see how LC handles this possession. If I was a spiteful coach, I would absolutely hold this out for the final possession. Lansdale Catholic does not look to be doing that, but.
And a foul is called against Carr, just the second team foul against LaSalle.
Bob, you already mentioned it, but the pressure that must come off LaSalle's shoulders when they score that 10th point is just huge. And on top of that, the student section can get involved. It's such a swing of momentum and energy once that 10th point occurs.
I would also say this is the most crowded that I have seen a LaSalle basketball game since a game in early January 2019.
Oh.
It was a night where LaSalle played Bishop McDevitt. Conrad Kishka actually dunked a ball that ended up on SportsCenter that night. And it was the last night that season for a home game in the midst of a 17-0 start, a run to the Palestra. It was the last game that season where LaSalle didn't pre-sell tickets. And so once they pre-sold tickets, they kind of got it in order. Branson, offensive foul is the call. Wipe off the basket, wipe off the foul shot for 10.
Let's take a look.
That's a heck of a crossover. Yeah, and I think that might be the right one.
That defender was sealed off.
Tony Fitzgerald, the 5'8" senior, mixing it up.
Yeah, that defender was sealed off by LaSalle. Whoever's underneath, as Tyler Branson, LaSalle player on offense, peeled off and just left Tony Fitzgerald.
So the end of that story was it was the first game of Catholic League play in that unbelievable year, and they just did not expect that many people to show up. And there were people in every aisleway, all the way around the back, standing at the doorways.
Big impact. Probably Bishop McDevitt's best team in school history. That was a team that went to the Palestra Final Four.
That's right. And had LaSalle for a lot of that game on the ropes. I'll never forget that last play of the first half where LaSalle was trying to hold it for a good minute and a half. They were getting booed off the floor while the clock was still running. They turned it over, and McDevitt went down, scored to take a 5-point lead. And you're thinking, oh, my goodness, the momentum is not on their side. As it stands here, it's going to be a great look for 3, and he got it. Tony Fitzgerald at the horn, and the Lansdale Catholic fans did not get the memo on Silent Night.
You want to talk about a momentum swing right before the end of the quarter. That's a backbreaker for LaSalle.
big time. This portion of today's game brought to you by E&M Insurance. It's a property and casualty insurance firm in North Wales run by Chris Marr, LaSalle class of 1989, former Alumni Association board president. They are a full service and they are an independent insurance agent, meaning that they work with a select group of highly rated insurance providers that have proven their performance over the years. They can help get you the best coverage at the best prices. Reach out to them online at eandminsurance.com or call 215-368-9555. Dr. Mary Griffin and Ballard Dermatology, proud sponsor of Bob Long Sports. You can visit her online at ballarddermatology.com or 610-664-3300. Routine skin maintenance, protection against sun damage, and many other cosmetic options to help you love your skin. Ballard Dermatology, healthy skin starts here. And then we want to thank Andrew Buda Rakowski and the Riley Rakowski and Malloy Funeral Home, an enthusiastic supporter of LaSalle basketball and football. Andrew Buda Rakowski sends his best to Coach Ryan Ansell, the student athletes, and the program as a whole. Second quarter getting underway. It's Lansdale Catholic 14, LaSalle 7 on Silent Night. Jack Burns on the camera, Carter Philman, Pat Burkhead, our analyst this evening, and humbly speaking, Bob Long, happy to be part of your evening. So they are a 3 away. Branson got the floater. And that will be the last time the ball goes through the ring that the LaSalle student body is not going crazy.
I think you're going to need the student section engaged for the rest of this game. This is not going to be an easy one for LaSalle.
Ryan Rang.
Really like the pressure that they're throwing at the undersized Tony Fitzgerald.
Great kick out. He's hit one, not that time for
can
Braden
go.
Martin. Who's it going to be? Max Okabata could not get it to go. Loose ball. Last touch by Lansdale Catholic. I don't think that's the right call.
I don't think that's the right call either. It looked like it went off Jaden Carr's chest on the ground.
One more look. Maybe, just maybe, last touch by Fitzgerald.
Tough situation for the refs tonight. You've got two student sections who are going to disagree with pretty much every call.
Will it be a senior like Nick Neary?
Lansdale Catholic breaking out the zone defense. Good job getting into the middle.
Count it! Silent Night has entered its next chapter.
Nothing better, Bob. Deafening student section eruption.
And now things get tough for Lansdale Catholic, Pat.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. All that pressure now off LaSalle. And I think it's just going to get easier as this game goes on with these LaSalle students really, really engaged in this game.
Great time for LaSalle to break out the full court pressure here. Calls a turnover. That's going.
Oh, man. Rang got a hand on it. Did it touch Lansdale Catholic last?
It looked like it went off Braden Martin's fingertips before it went out of bounds.
It's a heck of a job to get the pressure going. We can't hear you is the call from the LaSalle student section. It's a 2-point deficit. Deep three for Tyler Branson. It won't go. Timeout by Torrey Harrison.
Yeah, with Eric Green going to the bench. LaSalle no problem upping the pressure.
Get a tight shot on that, Jack, over there. Pretty amazing. That's as good as it gets in high school basketball. 400 or 500 students on that side of the floor. This portion of today's game brought to you by our buddy Joe O'Brien and Joe O'Brien Roofing. I'm sure his son Joey out there at Notre Dame checking in on Silent Night. We say hello to him. We say thank you to Joe O'Brien. Check him out. Call him, 215-267-0883. He'll give you a free quote, consultation, help you replace your roof. And LaSalle can get out and run. They have numbers.
Chase Stevens checks back in for Lansdale with those 2 threes, multiple fouls underneath on Max Okabata there.
Yeah, and LaSalle is fortunate to get Okabata to the line. That foul was trying Carter to be given.
Yeah, 100, and it was. That was,
100, shot.
That was a foul on the floor first. That was uncalled.
That's the second, team second. And then on shooting 2, Max Okabata.
Boy, that one was not particularly close.
Yeah, I don't think 0 for 5, and I don't think any of the 5 have been particularly close tonight, Bob. The struggles at the free throw line continue for this Explorer team.
They took the cap off. 1 for 6.
Eric Green also checking back in for Lansdale Catholic. Just a more confident ball handler to break that press.
It's a nice double. They create the turnover. Rang on the steal, but Damon and Okabata in there on the double.
Coach Ansel wants this team to push.
Tough finish there. It just wouldn't go. And that's okay. I think you'll take that, Pat. Tyler Branson getting downhill. He's an adept finisher at the rim. More than half of those are going to go.
And on the other end of the floor, Ryan Rang has been a huge threat defensively. Ever since he has come in, he's forced multiple turnovers and just made a huge impact.
Thought it was an extra step. The floater.
Was there a foul there?
Nickel dimer.
Wow.
Ryan answers with 2 hands on his head. I don't blame you, partner. Yikes.
Man, I guess Nick Neary might have got him when he was going by, but that is a very soft call.
I think you can point out a hand check on every possession tonight. That will be more severe than that.
Yeah, especially with how this game is being defended early on both teams. Both teams playing physical.
This is a college environment right now with this noise coming from the student section on foul shots. When LaSalle's on defense, this is big time stuff.
Yeah, I said it before, one of the best environments of the night in probably the entire state, if not one in the entire country. I don't think any high school I've seen does it better than LaSalle.
That one didn't draw any iron. Here comes Fitzgerald the other way. Aiden Lewis, what a finish.
What a take, just one of the very talented sophomores that this team has to offer.
Okabata for the answer. Lewis.
Offensive.
Heck of a job by Ryan Rang. He certainly established legal guarding position and then moved laterally to take him in the chest. If I was Torrey Harrison, my question would be, was there really enough contact here to actually blow the whistle, or is that a play on?
Without the, does that left arm get extended would be my only question. It didn't look like it did. Off
Not
the body,
really.
Maybe a little bit.
There's going to be a lot of fouls tonight if that one's getting called all night.
We are seeing a significant uptick in fouls called early on in the second quarter.
And this is what you do, right? You get the ball to the middle of that zone.
Just look at it. I mean, in the middle, obviously, is where you want to be, but they have Pat Flaherty sitting wide open in the corner. Certainly something to keep in mind for LaSalle.
Well, the beauty of a ball fake, right? Once you get it to the middle of that zone, one ball fake is going to send defenders scrambling. You can find that guy in the corner.
Man, 2 of 8 from the free throw line for LaSalle. You make half those misses.
Was it 2 or 1?
I believe Neary hit
2. Neary hit his and 1.
Okay, that's right. So is it 9?
I also had to do a double check.
2 of 9 probably, right? 4 times twice and 1 time once?
Right. Yep, there it is. Just updated. 2 of 9.
Wow.
Oh.
If Ryan Ansel gets this call.
Yeah, this.
No way. But, I mean, I think they're going to give it to him. You can see him asking for it, but there's not an official looking at it.
Yeah,
and the official on the near side, or on the left side of the floor, was not looking at Ryan Ansel. It was more of he saw the gyrations after the fact and realized he had been calling it for 5 seconds. And I don't know. It's a tough night.
That's a really tough call.
Tough night for the crew. Difficult environment. Awesome to have these guys out here calling it first and foremost, because it's a big night for them as well, right? I mean, you don't see this kind of division, well, let's call it small end Division I college atmosphere every night in high school. But LaSalle got away with 1 on that timeout.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And if you're LaSalle now, you got to capitalize off that officiating mistake, honestly, if we can get something going out of the timeout. Lansdale Catholic pretty small in this lineup, breaking out the 1-3-1. That's 3 or 4 smaller guards.
3 reserves on the floor. Branson. There's going to be room in the corners against the 1-3-1, and Okabata finds it.
Yes, Eric Green tried to draw the charge. Maybe a little bit of embellishment, just a touch. Throws himself to the floor, but Max doing a good job finishing on the baseline there.
I thought such a great offensive possession against that 1-3-1. The players didn't know it was coming, but they adapted and just moved the ball really well, which is what you need to do to break that zone.
Matt Johnson gave it up. They got a man up the floor. Good find. There you go, Pat. Just couldn't hit it. Came to 2 feet, got to the right spot.
Yeah, pass came a little late, let himself underneath the basket. Tough spot to end up.
Green, good kick out for Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald firing away. He's 2 for 2 from beyond the arc.
Great impact off the bench from Fitzgerald.
Alston blocked once. Alston blocked twice, and they got a foul.
And Price Alston just has to keep that ball high. He'll learn eventually, but he didn't do it right there. With such a small Lansdale Catholic lineup, he has to capitalize when he has the ball in the paint.
And step 2 is make your free throws.
2 for 9 from the line for LaSalle. They trail by 5 at home. The math is not hard to do. Good looking stroke that time from the sophomore Alston. And now 2 of the 3 big boys out there for Lansdale Catholic. Fitzgerald, okay, wow. He's feeling it a little bit.
A little bit. Only came into this game taking 15 three-pointers on the year.
Beautiful. Okabata just missed it.
He hesitated in the air. I don't think he needed to. Matt Fitzgerald, the small defender, significantly cleared him in the air. Could have just gone up with it.
Don't let that That three is good. Matt Johnson.
Lansdale Catholic struggling on the year from the perimeter. Like I said, coming into this game shooting under 30%. Hot early on.
Neary a second time with an offensive carom and putback. 5-point game in a game that's just lacking for real rhythm. Sometimes that happens naturally during Silent Night, and sometimes you just tip your cap to a team like Lansdale Catholic that defends the heck out of the ball. Open three again, same guy, same result. Matt Johnson.
They are just attacking whoever Price Alston is guarding. Really hard time, having a difficult time closing out on the perimeter there.
And that 1-3-1. Got to get somebody moving to the center here.
Yeah, absolutely. Breaking the zone starts in the middle. You don't want to attack a zone from the wing, driving into the help defenders.
And that's going to be, wow, LaSalle basketball.
Yeah, certainly off Nick Neary at the end. I'm assuming Chase Stevens must have had a foot on the line while he threw that out of Neary.
Can Max Okabata make this shot? Yes, he can.
Yes. Is it the best shot to take against a zone because you have a defender in your face regardless? No.
That's exactly
probably not
right.
a good shot.
And the book is out on Pat Flaherty. They are closing out on him hard. Up and under, too strong for Tyler Branson, and everything's been contested.
Yeah, he wants the foul. Looked like LC did a good job staying vertical while he went past the defenders.
Dribble drive. And there's Price Alston affecting the shot. That's what he can bring defensively.
Yeah, certainly on the interior.
Branson, need it. And Alston goes over the back.
Bob, I think a tough spot for him there. He has a shorter defender in front of him, and he knows he can just easily reach over and grab that rebound. And obviously that's a foul, so he can't do that, but, you know, very tempting for Price.
Good look for Fitzgerald. Oh, what a pass. Lansdale Catholic has it going on right now, and LaSalle's out of sorts.
Yeah, just terrific offense. They were moving the ball extremely well.
Inside they go. Beautiful.
Really nice. That's been there all day. Lansdale Catholic has been, their back guys specifically have been playing above the block.
Yep. It's always there against the 2-3 zone, the 1-3-1, right? You think about those great Syracuse teams of times past. Why did that 2-3 zone work so well? Because they had 6'9" to 6'11" across that back line, and so that effectively takes the baseline away. You can creep more.
Oh, that's a foul. That's a foul.
Wow.
That is 100% a foul.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
That's really, really difficult to see there. I mean, that hand is in the area. Matt Johnson. Wow. Ryan Ansell having a word with the officials right now. Again, watch this right hand come down.
The official called off, blew the whistle and gave the half is over. So I'm assuming he saw the half ending before the foul is my assumption there.
Okay. We'll take a quick break. What a contest thus far. Stay with us, folks, and we'll be right back.
We're here to show you a better way to spend your state income taxes and get the money to where it's needed the most to the thousands of qualified kids.
What we like about Blocks is they really know where the need is.
This program ensures that their dollars come 100% into these kids for their tuition assistance.
If you are able, Blocks makes the EITC piece go very quickly and very smoothly.
Turn your PA State tax liability into need-based scholarships and receive a 90% tax credit.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue. Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dumpy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dumpyford.com.
Come experience the Dumpy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. And the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Meet David and Kay, a dynamic team with a shared mission to help you turn your real estate dreams into reality. What sets them apart? Their wealth of experience, combined with a genuine passion for guiding clients every step of the way. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer or a seasoned investor, their personalized approach and commitment to service make every real estate journey smooth and rewarding. Contact them today to get started on your next real estate adventure.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
When your car needs...
Welcome back, folks, here to Silent Night. So excited to be joined by former LaSalle High School and former LaSalle University as the live TV happens here, and they almost tripped over the wire there. But we're joined by Lefty Irvin, who's coached at the college level, the high school level, knows LaSalle very, very well. How are you, and welcome back to the area.
Thank you very much, Bob. I live in Florida now, but I follow our games all the time. So I think I know our team. This is the third LaSalle High School game this week I've seen. So I think I'm an expert.
I'll say, well, what are you seeing? What are you seeing of Ryan Ansell? What do you see what he's done with this program?
Ryan's doing an excellent job. Everything's real organized, aggressive, and our defense is actually good, but tonight they're making 5 threes. When you make three-point shots, your defense doesn't look too good.
What do you think about an atmosphere here? Do you remember anything like this in your days coaching?
A little more quiet. This is pretty cool. This is cool.
Tell me about Philadelphia basketball in general. It sounds like you follow a lot of the Catholic League through who LaSalle plays. But where do you see and how would you compare the basketball in Philadelphia today to what you used to coach against?
Well, it's faster, and they leap higher. There's no doubt. Same principles. Don't turn it over. Screen well. Get open. Defensively, you got to pressure the ball and help. And we're doing a decent job at that with the help defense.
Lefty, it's so good to see you. We're going to let you go because it's going to be a little crazy getting back up there for the second half. I hope you found yourself a seat this evening.
This is wonderful. Nice showing.
Keep doing your thing, and we'll talk to you again real soon. All right, Jack Burns. So now we got a big thing going on as well. We have the 94-foot putting contest. So do your best. Let's make sure we get this.
All he needs to do is make a full-court putt into the hole designed and produced by our friends at Treasure Sign in Willow Grove. The 2000 putt is made possible through the generosity of the class of 2011. And today we have Rob Kelly and Ben Giamo from the class of 2011 on hand to lend their support. The $2,000 can be used as a credit anywhere at LaSalle College High School. And today's contestant is LaSalle senior Desmond Ortiz. When you're ready, one putt, 88 feet for $2,000.
Boy, it's a slow putt. It looks good. Oh, it's turning right on him. Close but no cigar. He had a heck of a costume, though. We'll send it back to break, and we'll be right back.
And you can't wait? Meineke can help. With life's crazy schedule between work and family, you'll love Meineke's same-day service. Call today and Meineke will get your car in today. For new brakes, exhaust repairs, or your check engine light comes on, trust Meineke to do the job right. And families have been coming to Meineke for years because Meineke works on any make or model vehicle. Same-day service, value, and trust. Meineke, doing car care right.
Be a part of the biggest live events. The must-see matches.
He's gone!
The game day celebrations. Experience live sports and entertainment the way they're meant to be seen. With Joe Hand Promotions, the global leader of live entertainment for bars, restaurants, and cinemas. Create unforgettable moments that fans won't want to miss. Keep the food and drinks flowing with watch parties that will bring customers in the door and expand dwell time. And watch as these visitors turn into loyal customers with exclusive content relationships with the nation's largest sports and entertainment providers.
The all-new Infiniti QX80 has redefined what a luxury SUV should be. A V6 twin turbocharged engine, available 64-color personalized ambient lighting and 24-speaker sound system, biometric cooling, Pro Pilot Assist, and so much more. Experience the Infiniti QX80 today at Faulkner Infiniti of Willow Grove and redefine your luxury expectations. To be sure.
At Burns Design Group, our passion for visual and literary design forges powerful, lasting brands, from nonprofits and small businesses to Fortune 500 companies. We create and refresh brands from the ground up and inside out. We transform culture. We drive growth, profitability, and market leadership. We are a group of hands-on veterans who hold more than 150 years of brand strategy and design experience. Burns Design Group. What's next? By design.
Lefty Irvin, our guest at halftime. And Desmond Ortiz, dressed up as Jesus, I believe. Two folks featured at halftime. Two LaSalle legends in their own right.
LaSalle opened up the half, going small. Ryan Damon in over Price Austin. Like we mentioned at the end, Price Austin
that's how you draw it up. It's a great offensive set.
Got to come down with the rebound. And finally, obviously losing Price Austin, you lose that rebounding presence in the lane.
Yeah. I do think it's okay to mix it up, though.
Yeah.
Spread the floor out a little bit. Have 5 guys that can dribble and get to the rim. And then you go back to Price when Lansdale Catholic starts to figure this out.
One more.
Flaherty. That was a little quick there.
Hit the wire, no foul, no out of bounds called.
Yeah, that wire is still shaking. Yeah. That's pretty damning evidence.
Jump ball, see if that jump ball comes back to play any sorts of significance later in the game. Remember this moment.
But LaSalle gets the possession.
Oh, there's the moment right there. Got to capitalize.
Flaherty. Cabold there defensively. A terrific athlete. We talked about him. A football player, big-time quarterback.
Headed to Westchester to play at the next level.
Okabata, and he is fouled, trying to get to that jump stop. Cabold picks up the personal. And that is his third personal foul.
That's significant. Lansdale Catholic, a couple guys with 2 fouls. Chase Stevens as well, also with 2 fouls.
They'll go 8 deep. We saw Tony Fitzgerald play big-time minutes. Matt Johnson has hit 2 threes. Ben Holdsworth we'll see occasionally. One of 2 for Max Okabata.
I believe that actually improves. 50% from the line is an improvement over what LaSalle had going before. But I mean, you're gonna make games extremely tough when you're shooting under 40% from the free throw line.
Listen, Lansdale Catholic plays good defense in the half court. The freebies, you got to take them. Step back 3. Braden Martin.
That's a tough shot, really tough shot-making ability there from Braden Martin. Not something we've seen much in the half court from Lansdale Catholic.
Fortunate there if you're LaSalle. Now it's time to run the offense. And that was not it.
Yeah, Lansdale Catholic really, in this zone, doing a great job of forcing LaSalle to take shots from the perimeter, something LaSalle is not their best at.
Count it, and 1 for Chase Stevens. Largest lead of the night for Lansdale Catholic.
Coming in as their leading scorer. I believe that's his first bucket of the game. Finally gets on the board, dealt with a little foul trouble, but he is a big guard forward hybrid. He handles the ball. Obviously extremely physical.
LaSalle needs a jolt. Lansdale Catholic, they have generated all this energy and all this momentum in this very challenging environment.
LaSalle just a tick behind in their ball rotations. They're waiting just an extra second and allowing the Lansdale Catholic defense to get reset, missing opportunities for open shots.
Okabata gives it up for Flaherty. Yes, from the corner.
Much needed three-pointer from Platt Flaherty. That's a guy who can make that corner shot for Lansdale Catholic. Obviously, that's the hole in your zone.
For the answer, not that time. It's a good check out. Loose ball. Lansdale Catholic all over it. Cabold. Good hands there inside.
Chase Stevens doing a really good job staying calm under that LaSalle pressure, finding Yabold underneath the rim. Cabold, excuse me.
Inside you go. Count it and one. And he's going at it. Chase Stevens getting downhill.
Yeah, he is so hard to stop when he gets to that left hand. So physical, really tough to leave on an island like Nick Neary, despite how, you figure it's a good matchup for Nick Neary. Similar body types, but just not enough length there to stop Chase Stevens.
And Chase Stevens in this half has just looked much more free. He's not in any foul trouble really anymore with only 2 fouls in the second half. A different story from the first.
Branson attacks. Wow. It was clean up top.
I wouldn't have been surprised if they called an offensive foul on Ryan Damon there, boxing out the defender.
Neary got to his strong right hand. Good finish. And Max Okabata's got to keep his hands off that ring.
Yeah.
I think probably a good job by the officiating crew to look the other way, but you could understand the other side. Now LaSalle gets a stop. You got to value the basketball here. Branson hit. 2 shots coming. The athletic director, Bob Zanio, catches Tyler Branson as he was flinging his way towards that back wall.
Really good take by Branson. First opportunities at the free throw line, I believe, today, which is surprising. But always good for LaSalle when the lane opens up and he can get downhill, attack the rim.
Now you start to ask the question, how many do you need? Do you need 45 points? Is that the number if you're LaSalle? Got to put the cap on the rim for Lansdale Catholic and find a way to score 19 in the next 12 minutes?
I feel like this might be a 50-piece type of game, Bob, with how well Lansdale Catholic is executing on the offensive end. It's a tall task to shut them down for only 9 points for the rest of this game.
One of 2.
To 5 of 15 on the night from the free throw line.
9-point game.
You make an extra 5 of those, it's a 5-point game, or 4-point game.
Yep. This portion of today's game brought to you by the Great American Pub, our favorite place to go before, during, or after the big game. With 3 locations in Phoenixville, Wayne, and Conshohocken, there's always a Great American Pub near you. Thanks to the Hempshire family, including Chuck Hempshire, who's been a proud sponsor for years of Bob Long Sports. I want to thank Joe O'Brien Roofing contractor in the greater Philadelphia area. Thanks to Joe, proud Roman Catholic grad, sent his son through LaSalle. He bleeds Catholic League all through and through. Reach out to him at 215-267-0883. Patchwork, full roof remodels, gutter work, and much more. Reach out to Joe O'Brien Roofing, and we thank him for his sponsorship.
Salle had success with this press early on in the game. They bring it back out.
Last touch by Okabata.
Tough inbounding spot from Lansdale Catholic in the deep corner.
You wonder if Harrison would consider a timeout here if he doesn't have a quick trigger. He's going to let his guys figure it out. Kept in bounds momentarily. Great play by Ryan Damon. Let's set the stage here for LaSalle. 6 games remaining in Catholic League play. They are 3-4. Good play defensively. Cabold gives it up. Open 3. And it's going to stay with Lansdale Catholic. Good
tough
intensity on the offensive glass.
Got to finish these possessions if you're LaSalle.
So 3-4 for LaSalle. They have tonight's game. Archbishop Ryan and St. Joe's Prep are the next 3 games. Here comes Branson.
Numbers.
Attack. Good finish.
Doing a much better job on the defensive end to get these transition opportunities for LaSalle. Start stringing some stops together. Get yourself back into this game in manageable fourth quarter deficit.
The reason I bring up those next three is because the final three, boy, oh boy. Come on now.
That's a really tough take by Tyler Branson on the charge.
Didn't it look like he's teeing up Aiden Lewis, and he's like, okay, one bump, two bumps, I'm going on the third. Bang, I'm gone. I didn't see a ton there.
Yeah, it sets up the official there too, though. You know, it's good.
That's the second offensive foul on Aiden Lewis alone, and I think part of that from Tyler Branson is he's a smart basketball player. If he's in that position to take the charge and he gets that call, he's going to use the physicality of Aiden Lewis to his advantage.
I totally agree. And Carter, you're absolutely right. He is in legal guarding position. So you take that contact, you sell it a little bit, and you put the referee in a really tough spot with 500 students bearing down on that official as well. Jaden Carr got into the middle of that zone. Great kick out. It's beautiful offense. Just wouldn't go, and a better check out inside by Cabold.
And if you're LaSalle, you take that possession. You finally got an open look, which they haven't had much of this game, so more of that for the Explorers.
So those last three games I was getting at earlier, Newman Goretti, Archbishop Wood, and then Roman Catholic, all within a 5-day span. So you got to get it while the sun is shining, and the sun is shining right now. Getting a little cloudy, though, here with 11 minutes to play in game 1 of 3 against teams right in the middle to lower tier of the Catholic League. You figure LaSalle needs 5 wins comfortably to get to the Philadelphia Catholic League playoffs. Got them both. 9-point game, 1-3-1 zone for Lansdale Catholic. Flaherty loves that spot, didn't draw the iron, and now numbers. Cabold, great step through. That's a big time move.
Really nice move. Breaking out the Euro step in the lane.
Branson gives it up.
Just keep that ball moving.
Step through for Flaherty. Gives it up for Carr. Would really need it to go. It barely drew the iron again.
Oh, that's a carry. Man, just really tough foul there. Aiden Lewis very out of control going into the lane.
Salle a little tight offensively. Let's call it what it is. 2 pretty good three-point shooters, barely drawing the iron. Five of 6 from the line by our count for Lansdale Catholic. And 4 for 4 on the last 2 trips to make it a 13-point lead.
Yeah, LaSalle had a moment there. Cut the lead to 7. Lansdale Catholic answers with a 6-0 run very quickly.
Branson for 3. Not that time. Neary, not that time. And a held ball will give it to Lansdale Catholic.
And they are just stuck on the perimeter. Lansdale Catholic perfectly fine giving up these open perimeter looks to LaSalle at this moment, especially when they're not falling.
And that one's excruciating off the back iron for Nick Neary. Great position. He's been all over the offensive glass. That one's going to go 9 times out of 10 for a player like Neary. 10 minutes of basketball left, a 13-point game. There is plenty of time. LaSalle goes full court. Broken really well by Lansdale Catholic.
Great
Inside
job.
they go. It's terrific basketball. First bucket for Ben Holdsworth.
That's a terrific press break, and great job by Ben flashing to the block.
How has this team won just one game in the Catholic League? They've had chances to win a lot more.
I understand those open looks are there for LaSalle, but at some point you have to make an effort to go inside.
Blocking foul, count it, and one.
Lansdale Catholic seizing every ounce of momentum in this game. Opportunity to extend this lead to 18. Who saw this coming, Bob?
Yeah. Flaherty's still going to be sliding. You can see it there. Sliding a little bit to his left. And so now is really the time. The next 90 seconds, LaSalle's got to figure out some way to start to claw back into this one. Or Silent Night's going to be a tough one for LaSalle. Full timeout on the floor. Chance for us to tell you about the Riley, Rakowski, and Malloy Funeral Home, proud sponsor of Bob Long Sports. Thanks to Andrew Buddha Rakowski, who is an enthusiastic supporter of what we do. He sends his best to Coach Ryan Ansel, the basketball program as a whole, and the student athletes. Thanks also to Ballard Dermatology, Dr. Mary Griffin. You can call her on at 610-664-3300 or visit her at ballarddermatology.com. It's always a good time to get your skin checked. Routine skin maintenance, protection against sun damage, and other cosmetic options to help you love your skin. Ballard Dermatology and Dr. Mary Griffin. Healthy skin starts here. I want to thank E&M Insurance in North Wales. Proud sponsor for many years here on Bob Long Sports, run by Chris Marr, class of 1989. Maybe you have a young high school-aged boy or girl that's about to get his or her license. I can tell you, you are about to have your rates spike. But Chris Marr can help you get the right coverage, hopefully save you money compared to the other options. They're a independent agent, so they will source amongst a select group of highly rated insurance providers who have proved their performance over the years. Call them at 215-368-9555 and tell them that Bob Long Sports sent you.
Well, Bob, it starts here for LaSalle. Out of the timeout, want to make sure you have a good offensive possession. I like the offense, getting Nick Neary the ball on the block.
Great kick. Nick Neary for three.
Great board by Max Okabata. Oh,
count
my
it,
goodness.
And one. Unbelievable finish by a strong human being.
That was a tough 2 fouls. Took 2 fouls there. Obviously only one is called. One can be called, but man, that's landed on the square of his back. That's a great physical finish from Max Okabata.
Chase Stevens picks up his third, Pat. That's of note as well.
Yeah, and he didn't like it. Obviously, he's been really good offensively in this second half.
And the air out of the balloon, maybe just for a moment, though, as Neary comes up with it, and he wants a timeout. I don't know that that's I'm with you there, Carter.
I understand you need to call the timeout there. You have a jump ball. If Lansdale collapses on top of it, that's your 4th timeout. In a game, if you want to make a comeback, you're likely going to need those timeouts down the stretch of the game.
So now you really got to make this possession count here, Pat.
Yeah, as Carter mentioned, that timeout might have not been necessary, but they do get the break, and Coach Ansel has to draw something up here to obviously score some points. And I think definitely that pressure defense, pressuring the ball before it even gets in, was working. They've kind of let the ball in a little bit more easily in this later part of the third quarter. So if they pick up the pressure a little bit more, they need to force some turnovers.
And if you are just joining us, it is Silent Night here at LaSalle. Yes, there are 400 to 500 students packing the other side. Yes, that was the best cameraman in the business, Jack Burns. taking you through the environment here. And boys, I know, for both of you, and I will turn up my guy Jack's microphone here in a second, but Pat, for you as a student, has to be a point of pride, everything that goes along with this night.
Yeah, just in school all week, everyone's asking, are you going to the game on Friday? I felt like that was one of the only conversations I really had all week. Everyone's just wondering who's going, who's not, and it seems like everyone came.
What do you think, Jack Burns? I mean, this is pretty cool stuff to be part of as a student.
Absolutely. There's a certain vibe to these type of games, and it's really electric to see and to be here to experience it.
Well, there's no three folks I'd rather be working with right now. Carter Philman, Pat Burkhead, Jack Burns, our team, our family here at Bob Long Sports.
Man, if you can get this lead cut down to 13 or 12.
Oh, yes, almost. Branson, chance to make two at the line. The foul line has been a major problem this evening. But it's a strong drive. And a chance to set up a press defense again if you can make your second free throw.
Bob, LaSalle is 5 for 16 from the free throw line. Obviously, that's not good, but they're also 2 for 15 from beyond the arc.
Put another way, the ball has not been going through the ring.
Got to credit Lansdale Catholic's defense as well on top of that. Obviously not from the free throw line, but done a good job forcing LaSalle to take tough shots for most of the night. LaSalle hasn't really missed any much gimmies, certainly some layups that typically might fall for Tyler Branson haven't.
Yep, the one for Neary comes to mind, but you're right. Anything in the mid-range has been highly contested, and we really haven't seen much of Price Alston in a while.
I don't think he's been in all half. Come to think of it, Bob.
Strong catch there. LaSalle almost got themselves a turnover. Braden Martin looking to take this clock down. Stevens took a look at the clock.
Looks like Lansdale will hold for the last shot here.
Stevens doing a nice job. Got through to the lane.
Man, really good defense by Pat Flaherty. Looked like he got all ball on that scrape down.
7 seconds. Carr, it would be a huge one.
What?
And what was that?
What was the call?
Wow, Ryan Damon on the hold. Maybe a little discard there.
I mean, that's huge. Also, it's Lansdale Catholic is shooting free throws.
Wow.
As a result.
I'm going to call that a tough whistle with 3.8 to go.
Yeah, significantly away from the play. While the ball is in the air, I believe, is when that foul was called. It's very abnormal.
Huh. Okay. Missed the second. Offensive rebound, and it is going to be LaSalle basketball.
Gigantic jump ball there by
Got to go the full
length
of the floor, 1-7, and you don't get the ball to start the fourth.
Wow. Fantastic job by Boa.
Man, that just,
not go.
The air goes out of the balloon on that one, Carter.
Yeah, not just there, also on the, the foul before. Feel LaSalle started to have a little bit of momentum on the defensive stop. Solid shot by Jaden Carr doesn't go, but man, that's a tough way to end the third quarter.
Because now, if you're Torrey Harrison, Pat, you're thinking, okay, let's come out and take 45 seconds off the clock. We're going to start with possession.
Yeah, Bob, you mentioned it might be a race to 50. They already have 48.
Yep.
I think definitely enough points to win this game. So if they just come out, run their offense, I know Eric Green did a great job of facilitating that offense in the first half. Just keep it slow and get good shots. Don't give LaSalle enough possessions to even get back in this game.
Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back.
The all-new Infiniti QX80 has redefined what a luxury SUV should be. A V6 twin turbocharged engine, available 64-color personalized ambient lighting and 24-speaker sound system, biometric cooling, Pro Pilot Assist, and so much more. Experience the Infiniti QX80 today at Faulkner Infiniti of Willow Grove and redefine your luxury expectations.
One last push here from this student section. Trying to extract it from this club. Is there a comeback in our midst? A timeout. Okay. Stay with us, folks, and we'll be right back.
Be sure.
At Burns Design Group, our passion for visual and literary design forges powerful, lasting brands, from nonprofits and small businesses to Fortune 500 companies. We create and refresh brands from the ground up and inside out. We transform culture. We drive growth, profitability, and market leadership. We are a group of hands-on veterans who hold more than 150 years of brand strategy and design experience. Burns Design Group. What's next? By design.
So out of the timeout, LaSalle got Lansdale Catholic to burn the timeout. And that's what it's going to have to be. Down 15, 8 minutes to go. It's basically frenetic 8 minutes of 94 feet defense.
Yeah, you're going to be running and jumping on defense if you're LaSalle for majority of this fourth quarter. Try to create some turnovers.
And as I look at the base of those stands as they jump up and down, structural integrity comes to mind. Boa Cabold took it across the timeline, and now the able-bodied hands of Eric Green. Stevens, that's a hoist.
Yeah, really good job by Max Okabata to start that defensive possession. They wanted him to get that on the arc, free throw line extended. He pushed him out there to force him into that shot.
Too strong. Tyler Branson kind of going away from that contact instead of into it.
Yeah, coming up a little gimpy too. Hope he's taking a couple hard falls tonight. Hope he's okay.
Nothing easy near the rim.
Nope. Price Alston back in for the first time in the second half. Aiden Lewis going right at him.
That was a good place to double. A good effort there from this LaSalle defense. But the time keeps on ticking. Green got rid of it. Lewis with a good ball fake. Nice catch. Cabold over the long outstretched arms of Price Alston.
Yeah, Lansdale Catholic doing a great job moving the ball, spreading the ball. And Cabold doing a great job finishing around the rim all night through size.
Not that time for Branson. Thought he was hit, and he was. First team foul against Lansdale Catholic. 6:31 to play.
How about 10 assists on 18 field goals for Lansdale Catholic tonight? A really solid number from the Crusaders.
Great look for Jaden Carr. He missed the
gotta
layup.
Finish that one.
Counted and one for Max Okabata. How did he do that? Those hands and those arms are so far away from his body to get any type of lift on that ball.
That is just pure strength. That's what he does best around the rim, getting that ball up through contact. Now just what has eluded LaSalle all night. Can they make the free throw? Chip away at this Lansdale Catholic lead. A lot of time left.
Got the free throw, 14 points.
Now, my favorite expression, stack the stops, Bob. Got to stack them up.
It's a great job by Lansdale Catholic. They trust Eric Green. And so they spread everybody out and force LaSalle to either commit a second guy or just let Green do his thing.
Yeah, Pat Flaherty doing a solid job staying in front of him for the most part. But like you said, Lansdale Catholic's so spread out, really hard to guard, a quick guard in the open floor.
The other side of that LaSalle equation, where you talk about these 3 games that are very winnable, you would think, again, I think Archbishop Ryan's very, very talented. St. Joe's Prep, you know they have the talent. They haven't quite hit their stride. But Lansdale Catholic sits at 1-6, and they went through a buzzsaw in the first part of their schedule. If they can come up with a win here and sit at 2-6, then they go to Conwell Egan, then they play Roman Catholic, they host Cardinal O'Hara, they host Archbishop Ryan. And if you can win those 3 games, you're in.
Yeah, Lansdale Catholic plays like how they played tonight. They are certainly a playoff team in my eyes. I mean, you know, certainly a lot of winnable games for them on this schedule.
And if they can win this one, I think maybe considered a signature win almost. You go to LaSalle on silent night and get a win. I think that would provide a lot of momentum for this young team. And for a young team in the PCL, confidence is key. And I think they would get a lot of that from this win.
Things are getting very, very interesting and packed near the bottom of those standings.
An opportunity there to trap in the corner. Didn't fully commit to it. Lets Lansdale Catholic reset up their offense. And they are really just dribbling this clock out.
That was not the look, but an offensive rebound. Cabold, count it, and one. Early dagger for Lansdale Catholic.
Couple opportunities to end this offensive possession for Lansdale Catholic. LaSalle can't come up with a defensive rebound. Got the block on the first try. Cabold finishes again in the lane.
Interesting slate in the Philadelphia Catholic League. Some games, with all due respect, you feel like teams would find a way to win. Newman Goretti's playing at Cardinal O'Hara. Archbishop Wood at home hosting West Catholic. A lot of those games probably coming to their conclusion, but the biggest shocker, at least thus far of the night, how about Fran Bowe, our boy there in Radnor? Archbishop Carroll
took it to him.
I mean, 62-47 win over Father Judge. Are you kidding me? Good finish by Max Okabata. Archbishop Carroll is hoisting themselves into hosting a game in Radnor in that gym on Friday the 13th.
Wow, I can't believe Lansdale Catholic came up with the ball there.
That's one way to spread the floor, just the way you drew it up.
Eric Green praying a fastball down the sideline. Braden Martin tracks it down.
A rare turnover from Green. They were flirting with disaster that whole possession.
Yeah, bumps knees with Pat Flaherty as well.
Roman Catholic takes care of, what are we doing here, folks?
Oh, nope. Okay. LaSalle wanted the sub, did not get it in time.
Yeah, the buzzer went off. Branson, you certainly need it.
And they just have not had anything productive going from beyond the rim.
It was tipped.
From beyond the arc tonight.
I don't know about that call. Okabata, Branson, again, do you need it? It's just barely drawing the iron tonight. LaSalle not finding their rhythm.
And here's Nate Walsh for Pat Flaherty. I think Coach Ansel wants to keep a little bit of three-point shooting on the floor. Pat Flaherty has 4 fouls. But
significant Tyler Branson also walking off the floor.
Let's put it more generally, Pat, because you're dead on.
And Jack McCabe also stepping in for LaSalle.
Let's put it this way, Pat. LaSalle and Ryan Ansel are just looking for answers of any kind. And what's been on the floor has not worked. In a frustrating way, I think, if you're on that coaching staff.
Yeah, absolutely. Have gotten the open shots, just haven't fallen for LaSalle tonight.
And foul given already.
Yeah, don't think you need to be in a foul situation for LaSalle. Still time for you to, send doubles, try to force a turnover. But Lansdale Catholic has done a great job all night, avoiding those turnovers, doing a good job breaking any LaSalle pressure.
Next foul will send Lansdale Catholic to the bonus. Good defense. Timeout.
Both teams, 1 timeout remaining for the rest of this game. Certainly something to monitor if LaSalle can somehow find a way to make a comeback here.
As you look across the Philadelphia Catholic League and the standings up top, what a game we did, Carter, last week, or earlier this week. Hard to imagine that was 4 days ago.
That was 4 days ago.
Archbishop Wood comes all the way back and takes down Newman Goretti. Dylan Powell, coming out party.
Man, he was
unbelievable game.
He was fun to watch. Just broke out his athleticism, a couple big dunks for him. Shots were going from beyond the perimeter. Wow, just coming out party, like you said, Dylan Powell. Certainly someone to watch.
And all of a sudden with this win, yes, you have Bonner Prendy and Roman Catholic right there. Archbishop Carroll, for the moment, alone in third. And what you thought was a top 5 of Wood, Goretti, Carroll, Bonner. Sorry, Wood, Goretti, Bonner, Roman, and Judge. Carroll, as mentioned, finding their way right into that mix. And they have tiebreakers now against Bonner and Prendergast and Father Judge.
Yeah, that's significant.
That is significant. I feel like there's a home game coming at Carroll.
Yeah, like they've had talent. They're finally healthy. You know, they've had Drew Carousel, and I'm totally blanking on the lead guard's name, who was missed the entirety of last year.
Yeah, Ian Williams.
Right.
Nasir Rawls.
Yeah, finally healthy, finally fully healthy, and really just gelling at the perfect time.
We may have a decision to make, guys, that Friday. Keep that Friday, if you can, open, because, man, where do we go?
Man, this LaSalle pressure.
Beautiful. It'll stay here. Max Okabata took a massive swipe.
Yeah.
He's either getting the ball clean or he's going to the line for 2. That ball's not getting above the rim.
Explorers are swarming on defense, doing a good job not fouling. Awesome. Refs let them play on a little bit up top, but just got to come up with these 50-50 balls. As Chase Stevens back downs Nick Neary. You don't really see that too often, Nick Neary taken to the post.
Big, strong player. Stevens, very impressed by his game and under control as well.
Yeah, for a sophomore too. I mean, this is a very impressive showing for Lansdale Catholic.
And listen, don't take this away from Lansdale Catholic either,
no,
right? It hasn't been LaSalle's game, but I know Father Judge just went down tonight, but it's a team that beat Roman Catholic. This LaSalle team took Father Judge to overtime on this floor with a much less boisterous crowd. I mean, it is time to tip your cap to Lansdale Catholic and Torrey Harrison.
Yes, has earned every single amount of this lead so far.
Good look for McCabe. Okabata. There's the finish by Nick Neary.
But the clock keeps ticking.
And Nick Neary does a great job of almost creating his own possessions. I feel like he almost doesn't touch the ball that much in a normal offensive stat.
2 coming for Ben Holdsworth. They're actually speeding up Lansdale Catholic. Problem is they're getting pretty good looks.
Yeah. Not the guy you want to foul. Ben Holdsworth, 75% from the free throw line on the season.
Carter.
Yeah, thank you for you're welcome from my LaSalle watchers.
If you're a LaSalle fan,
if you're a
indeed.
LaSalle fan.
Yep.
I'm sorry if you're a Lansdale Catholic fan.
Missed them both. Okay.
Opportunity here. Oh,
I just gave it away.
Yeah, just did not feel the defender on his back hip at all.
Timeout.
And that would be Lansdale Catholic's final timeout of the game.
And that is worth noting.
Yeah,
indeed.
Especially as, I mean, they've had to take probably majority of the timeouts have come due to LaSalle pressure, not in situations where LaSalle's on a run.
Reminder, Sunday's game has been canceled. The slate across the Philadelphia Catholic League has been canceled. So a little bit of a break for LaSalle. They won't play until next Friday at Archbishop Ryan. And we know our buddies from the Archbishop Bryan Basketball Network will be there to cover that one. And I think we might even have an update on Archbishop Bryan. Do we not, Carter?
This is a little outdated, but it was Bonner and Ryan were playing to a 1-point game.
Totally unsurprising.
Yes, Archbishop Bryan with the lead for majority of that one.
Totally unsurprising. I love that Archbishop Bryan team. Listen, they should have beaten Archbishop Wood.
Pat, you got a more recent update?
It is currently 59-59. Timeout Bonner. It's 51.6 seconds left.
Wow.
It's Bonner's ball.
When I head back, I will be watching
that one. Yeah, watch that ending.
Teddy Westervelt, our buddy from the Northeast, Joe Sinai, Mark Heimerdinger, and if we could be so lucky, Uncle Denny on the camera. We appreciate those guys and what they do. And again, they should have beaten Archbishop Wood. They were right there with Roman Catholic. You might absolve them for the loss at West Catholic. That's just weird stuff happens in that gym.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's a tough place to play. Small, compact. The fans are literally right on top of the court for the entirety of the game.
Did you guys happen to see the end of regulation? And it's okay if you didn't. I'll explain it for the rest of the audience as well. Archbishop Bryan's at West Catholic. Ryan has the ball in a tie game. And I think it was Seth Gay drives through the lane, kind of throws the ball up wildly, tries to put a ton of English on the ball for it to come off the backboard. He ends up throwing it too high. It hits the pipe. Imagine that black pipe, the stanchion up to the ceiling. It kisses off that black pipe with just the right amount of spin. It goes through the cylinder.
They call it off.
Everybody thinks the game is over. They called it off and they send it to overtime.
The correct call.
It sure was. I'm just saying weird stuff happens, like a ball being 3/4 of the way down.
Yeah, if that ain't a summation of how LaSalle's night is going tonight, they just cannot find anything easy on the offensive end, and anything they do find easy, certainly not going down.
16-point lead. Lansdale Catholic does not need to release the basketball here, but they give it up. And Max Okabata.
Yeah, I mean, LaSalle has a loose opportunity here. Like we said, Lansdale Catholic, no more timeouts if LaSalle stays in this pressure.
Nearly got a hand on it. Still got to get it across the timeline. 10 seconds, and it should not have reset until that guy caught it. I don't know if it was 10 or not. It was getting close. Okabata.
Out.
Is he in the act is the question.
I think they are going to call this going up.
Chance to score with the clock stopped. Maybe the most surprising thing all night. With all the minutes that Eric Green has played and all the fouls on both sides, that is his first personal.
Doing a good job. Let everyone else take those fouls.
How proud must you be if you're Torrey Harrison of his guys right now?
Yeah, this is
and what a confidence boost, Carter.
Yeah, fantastic fight from Lansdale Catholic all night. Like we said in the pregame, this is a different Lansdale Catholic program. This is not the one that you come into and plan your silent night around and expect to win by 40 like you might have in years past. Just being honest. But yeah, he has certainly taken this program and turned it around on the backs of, 3 sophomore starters.
Big time foul there. Damon did not pull any punches.
Oh man, they got it. That's probably a technical foul.
It should be on Cabold.
Yeah.
And I think it's time to take Cabold out of the game if you're Torrey Harrison. I mean, he is in there trying to start something.
Yeah. I mean, he's lucky that the officials, obviously nobody was watching that one, but.
One other comment about this Lansdale Catholic team. You said not your father's Lansdale Catholic. Listen, you look at this team, and you give me another team, there are a couple where I'll say, okay, yep, out-talented, out-athleted. Sure, Lansdale Catholic's going to be outmatched. But not that many.
No, absolutely not.
Archbishop Bryan? I don't think so. St. Joe's Prep?
No.
I don't think so.
Already played them tight.
Right? LaSalle? No. Devon Prep? No. Conwell Egan? No. These guys have athletes.
Yeah, like we said, we've stressed it all night, young team. It's just about being consistent and learning. how to win. Oh, that's a very generous no call there by the officials. Oh, man.
Keep it moving.
Yep.
But it is only a 13-point game. A steal here makes things maybe just a little interesting, and LaSalle picks up the personal.
Once you see that defender pick up the ball at midcourt, I wouldn't be fouling. I'd just be sending 2 defenders. Like Lansdale Catholic, no timeouts remaining. Force them into a turnover.
And again, not to wax poetic too much, but just imagine you're Bonner Prendergast. It just happens to fall to 7th, right? If you drop a couple games here and there. Goodness, Father Judge, right? They had that really good team a couple of years ago that was on the precipice of falling to 7. It was a game here at LaSalle, an overtime game that would have dropped them to 7. Imagine you feel like you should be hosting, or maybe not hosting, in a quarterfinal game, and you're like, you dropped to 7. And this team, and this defensive type of output comes to your gym on Wednesday the 11th. Good luck.
Oh, what is going on down below? That's a technical foul on, should be a flop on Chase Stevens. Man, just absolutely threw himself to the floor right in front of the official. I mean, the officials have to take control of this situation.
Yep.
They have to do something about the emotions coming into play here.
And the Lansdale Catholic fan base is on their feet. And Cabold, he is mixing it up with the LaSalle student section.
Coach Ryan Ansel now also has to be careful. This official is done hearing anything from him. He's been going back and forth for the past few minutes.
Good for Torrey Harrison. That is him saying, cut it out on the bottom of your screen.
He's been saying about cut it out for probably the past
Another way to do that, though, Carter, to send somebody to the scorer's table. But, man, I think Pat said it. This is one of those games for Lansdale Catholic where you can make this an inflection point, not just in this season, but in building your program. And there's not anybody out there that doesn't think that this guy can coach. Brian Rang picks up the personal foul, his third. The other thing to start thinking about, Lansdale Catholic is right in the heart of LaSalle country. And LaSalle has done a great job getting players out of this kind of North Penn, Lansdale area.
Does this loss turn the tides, man?
Yeah, I mean,
certainly something to think about.
Branson. Green, and that might be it.
Yeah, at some point, one of these coaches is going to have to clear the bench. It's whoever's going to bite first.
A technical foul has been called.
On Chase Stevens, I believe.
I'll say.
I mean, let's be honest, Bob. That's been building for the past few minutes of game time.
Yep. The officials have to take control. And this is an extended discussion here amongst these three officials. So I think what will happen here, there was a technical foul against...
Oh, they called it a technical on Nick Neary after all.
Nope. Common foul, Nick Neary. So he's going to shoot his two. Then LaSalle will shoot their two, and LaSalle will get the ball on the sideline. So 2 sets of foul shots with the paint empty.
Got it. I must have misheard. Chris Carabello on the PA.
.61 seconds to play. Little too late.
Yeah, no, especially with no opportunity to stop the clock for LaSalle going forward.
I know you have an update for us here, Pat.
Yeah, so that Ryan versus Bonner game ended up going to overtime, and it's not over yet. Ryan leads Bonner 63-62. There's a minute 16 remaining. It's Ryan ball, and it's a timeout right now.
Ryan is that other team that they're going to be in that 7 to 10 range. Maybe they're hosting, maybe they're not. You want no parts of that.
I want no parts of Archbishop Ryan if you're a playoff team. That team is extremely talented. I don't think they get as much respect as they probably should in the Catholic League. You know, they have a long-time coach. He's had his system in place for years.
I'll say this. They are talented. I believe they are exceeding their talent level because of the guy you mentioned, Joe Zaglinski, who could be the best X's and O's guys in the league.
Yeah.
Very much.
Their defense is always so much fun to watch. That 1-3-1, high pressure.
That was Ryan Rang, and a foul is called. And with every game canceled on Sunday, and a lot of teams playing on Monday, so you can't necessarily just reschedule that game for Monday night, you're going to have a wild last week of the season for LaSalle to begin with. A home game against St. Joe's Prep at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. A home game the very next day, a rescheduled matchup against Newman Goretti. And then a Friday night tilt at Archbishop Wood, a Sunday afternoon tilt at Roman Catholic. That's a week.
Yeah.
That's 6 days.
6 days. 4 big games in 6 days. Be very tough.
Bob, I want to highlight number 4, Nick Cameron. Me and Carter were watching him in the JV game, and he hit some really tough shots for a freshman.
Really talented freshman that Lansdale Catholic has up and coming. He looks like he's still growing, too. He's going to be a formidable offensive threat for Lansdale Catholic.
Okay, so Lewis, sophomore. Green, sophomore. Chase Stevens, a sophomore. Braden Martin, a junior. And then the freshman's coming.
Here's
Nick
the exclamation
Cameron.
point. Oh, Max
That
Kupapata
is
says
a monster block.
Yeah. I look, all due respect to Aiden Lewis. He absolutely has every right to go up for that dunk. Would have been a perfect exclamation point. Max Okabata doing a great job recovering on defense, saying, we'll take the loss, but we're not giving you this. The cap off. I think you don't need to be fouled here if you're LaSalle.
The beauty of high school basketball, by the way, there are some fans that would like to head to the exits early.
You're not getting out of this one early.
You're not getting out of this one. Clark Griswold style. We're all in this together. We're going to press on. We're going to have the happiest Friday night.
I think this might be Lansdale Catholic's biggest win. Man, in the 21st century? Yes, since they joined the Catholic League, this is arguably their biggest win in school history.
And they deserve to soak it all in. There was nothing fluky about this.
No, 100. They took it. They dominated LaSalle from the jump. You know, they held LaSalle under 10 points in that first quarter, which was huge. Left the student section out of it for majority of that first quarter, which is so crucial.
Carter, you said from the jump.
There's Jack McCabe for 3.
And I think that was a huge part of it. They were able to not feel the pressure of Silent Night at LaSalle and really play well this whole game.
That's a billboard material to be, like I said, be that Silent Night team. Major credit to the Lansdale Catholic student section also for coming out big time, showing from them.
I would say normal night. That's a normal night home student section.
Yeah, they have a great crowd
over
at that school.
One of the smaller schools in the Catholic League.
One of the smaller gyms in the Catholic League as well.
What a place to call a game from. I love that gym. And you know what? That can start to become a fortress as well, right? I mean, absolutely. It goes from kind of a sleepy gym to Newman Goretti pretty quickly when you start to make that a tough place to play.
And when those students have fun at these games, they're going to be motivated to come to more. Those LC students, I'm sure, will be back to see this team.
And Cabold over there trying to get in the face of the LaSalle student section. They will file their way out, but file this one under big win for Torrey Harrison.
Yeah, fantastic game from Lansdale Catholic. All credit to them. They came in here. They shut down the LaSalle team. Full stop. Took the sign, put the silent. You know what? They put the silent in Silent Night tonight.
Oof, Carter. Well, I do have to ask you guys, who is tonight's blocks player of the game? Carter, I'm going to turn to you, partner.
You know, that's tough. You know, they contributed up and bottom. Looking at the stats here, Chase Stevens had a great second half. I'm not sure if he was, you know, Cabold did such a great job on the defensive end. Had some big buckets underneath. I'm going to give major credit, actually, to Eric Green.
Yep, I
handling
like that.
the ball all night. Sophomore, he has not been starting all season. I think it's one of the few games he's only recently come into the starting lineup. He did a great job limiting the turnovers, being calm under the LaSalle pressure all night. Huge reason why Lansdale Catholic was able to control this game and take this one home.
And the Lansdale Catholic student section able to spend some time on the floor with their victorious classmates. What a win for Lansdale Catholic. So that is Eric Green as tonight's blocks player of the game. Thanks to Blocks, where you can turn your state income tax obligation into need-based scholarships for the Catholic school of your choice. Visit them at blocks.org for more information. You can get a 90% tax credit refund for participating in the program. Quite simply, it is the best program around. No reason not to be involved. So that is Eric Green, tonight's Blocks player of the game. Thanks to Blocks, where you can turn your state income tax obligation into need-based scholarships for the school of your choice and get a 90% tax credit refund for doing so. Want to thank Jack Burns, best in the biz. BITB is what we're going to start calling him. BITB, Jack Burns. Carter Philman, Pat Burkhead. For everyone here at Bob Long Sports, Bob Long saying so long. The tide is turned a little bit here in the Philadelphia Catholic League. Lansdale Catholic right back in the mix with winnable games coming up and a chance to go qualify for the Catholic League playoffs. Enjoy the next 2.5 weeks, a race to the finish in the regular season, and we'll see you along the way. Good night, everybody. Stay safe, dry, and hunker down this weekend.